Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your March 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Taurus, wow, you have the nugget, you have the gold bar, and the chess piece. Bottom of the deck, there could be some sort of collaboration, partnership, or long-term investment that you start to finally see paying off in the month of March, or it could be that you're making decisions around a long-term investment. I'm also getting the name Jude, or Judas, or Judas, Judas, J-U-D-A-S. Maybe that's in a different language. It could be a place. So please take that as it resonates. It's coming in quite strong. Or Judith, maybe. J-U-D is the main energy, and I feel like it floats off into something else. So J-U-D. It could be someone's name. You may be leaving an environment that feels micromanaged, or it feels toxic mentally, physically, emotionally, because you do have the toxic work environment here. Some of you are taking a look at your debt. You may be consolidating here as well. I feel like you are taking a turn. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. It wouldn't surprise me to see that showing up here in your reading. I'm also getting the vehicle Monte Carlo. Okay, Monte Carlo. So some of you, I mean, maybe you drive a Monte Carlo, or that could be significant for some reason. But there's equal give and take. Your first card out here is reciprocity. It's the Six of Pentacles. So some of you could even be getting a charitable contribution, or you could be getting some sort of incentive or tax refunds, or you may not have to pay in as much as you thought you did. Yeah, Ace of Coins is showing up here. So there is a new beginning on the horizon that's going to be more balanced for you. And you may have a difficult time maybe trusting that that's showing up, because it could be something that you've been waiting on for quite some time. They're showing me the turtle here, and the turtle is actually in this deck. And I feel like it's been slow moving for you. Yeah, Four of Wands showing up in your past position, but it's in the reverse, which says that something didn't go as expected here. But I feel like you are coming out of denial or anxiety or stress. You're coming out of the tossing and turning, wondering if something is going to happen for you. Yeah, because you have some downtime here in the near future. Now, Taurus, I am getting with the nugget showing up. There is this energy here of honest assessment, getting honest with yourself or connecting to honest people. I feel that way as well, especially if you have, if you've been dealing with Five of Swords energy, people who are laying a lot of burdens on you, or they're just kind of out for themselves. You're recovering from that this month, okay? So you're definitely recovering. Bottom of the deck, look at that. She is the Queen of Coins, which is you as well. This is all about financial recovery and peaceful abundance and being able to build upon your wealth. So let's dive in here, Taurus. You have the nugget and the gold card. Beautiful energies here. Some of you may even be getting a raise, getting an increase, or again, consolidating some sort of bills, debt. You may be paying something off. You may have loan forgiveness here. I also see you're working with maybe a bank or an institution, a boss, because you have the King of Swords showing up here in your energy. This could even be a legal situation, legality, someone who is ethical, or you are being ethical about a situation. You're doing the right thing. This is all about integrity. So there could be, and I feel like there is heavily, people around you who had lacked some sort of integrity. And for whatever reason, Taurus, you got the short end of the stick. That's about to make a comeback here, or a turnaround with that wheel. Even though we don't see the wheel showing up here, I feel in the next 4 to 8 weeks for you, even though this is a March reading, I do see here that wheel possibly showing up for you in the month of April. This is long-term position. Some of you could even work in the banking or financial industry. This can be a fresh start, building your business with the nugget card, because it is about steady work, career building, getting honest about what makes you happy, getting honest about your finances and your money. Some of you may be taking a deep dive into your belief system as well around abundance. This can be about valuable information coming to light. And some of you, you've been straddling making a decision, or you've been straddling the line of, you know, how can I get professional help for this? Or how can I build my business? Maybe turn it into an S Corp or an LLC. You may be looking at financial people or business people that can help you grow financially and career-wise as well. I also see some of you getting certified or getting knowledge or more knowledge in your craft. That's going to help you grow. This is definitely deep values. You've been doing a lot of soul searching when it comes to business and career. You've been doing a lot of thinking here. How can I turn that idea into reality? How can I monetize on, you know, maybe this hobby or this business idea? How can I grow my reputation and my knowledge to be able to go for that job or get that raise? So you are raising your vibration is what I see. And right in the middle, you do have the chess card. So this is strategizing. You are very intelligent. Now you have the energy of military coming in twice here with the King of Swords, either military, law, leader energy. So you have what it takes to push forward or to make a choice, make a change. I'm hearing be the change you wish to see, right? You've thought a lot about a decision, and I feel like this is the time that you make that decision, even if it's just mentally. Perhaps you don't make, you know, any physical moves quite yet, but that's where I see that Wheel of Fortune coming in April. I feel mentally a decision has been made, and that's going to allow you to move forward here and manifest in the physical realm. You're strategizing. This is wise spending. I feel like you have been taking a look at, you know, at your debt or at, you know, a situation that has felt a little bit challenging for you, and you're coming up with a solution is what I see here. Yeah, you're definitely a leader, Taurus, and you want to do the right thing, but you want other people to also be able to pitch in. You want other people to have integrity, and it's so difficult when you are working with people who they're hiding something, or it just feels like they aren't pulling their share of the weight is kind of what I get. But the good news is, bottom of the deck, this could be what you're attracting or calling in here, is the right type of clientele or target market. This is the right business opportunities. It's the right companies or organizations. The Ring card is about financial commitments and long-term investments. And that's what I'm picking up on here. You could be joining a new, you know, bank, or I also see something here with high yield savings account. So maybe you're looking into a high yield savings account, or you're looking to add to your portfolio in some way, shape, or form, whether that's crypto or that's 401 or S&P 500. I feel like you're definitely looking and strategizing in your future, and whatever decisions you make, this is really great because you're partnering up here and you're going to see a return on your investment. And I like this energy for you. Fulfillment, this is partnership and working together. So some sort of collaboration coming in, and we see that starting off in your reading with the Six of Coins, some sort of generous giving, payback, or a return on your investment. Now, some of you may have been dealing with someone in your environment, or this could be yourself. Maybe you were really trying to micromanage your money, and there was some beliefs that you had to shift around in order to raise your vibration. Perhaps you had a scarcity mindset or a lack of mentality. For others of you, you were dealing with someone who may have constantly been looking over your shoulder, or you just felt like you were walking on eggshells, and no one wants to feel that way. But I do get, for a lot of you, this energy is just taking a closer look at your financials. This could be a professional coming in here and taking a closer look at your resume, your portfolio, again, or your financials. So not in a way that feels bad, but it's almost like something is being scrutinized, right? Something's under the microscope here, or fine tuning a situation in order to play by the rules or do it right, do it correctly is kind of what I see here. I also am getting HR. Some of you may work in HR, human resources, or perhaps there was a situation that was taken to HR. And I feel like there is some sort of either investigation or something is being looked into here. Or maybe that's you looking into, new opportunities because you are being micromanaged. I mean, a lot coming from this energy here. Some of you were in a toxic work environment, and sometimes when this card shows up as well, you could literally work in a place where you wear maybe a mask, or you have to glove up. Maybe you are a nurse, or perhaps you work in a situation where there are a lot of toxic chemicals, or there's something in the air. Maybe you live in a city that feels a little more polluted as well, and you're just looking to move, transfer, or enter a new location. This can also be a toxic work environment in the office where people gossip or people are not pulling their weight, right? I just feel like there's a shift happening here that you're wanting a new beginning, because we see that crossing your path. And maybe some of you are opting to leave the corporate world and go off on your own. For others of you, if you are already an entrepreneur, I feel like this could be changing the way you view things. Hanged Man energy. If you felt a little bit stuck in toxic patterns or toxic thoughts, it's important for you to open up, okay? Open up in a new direction. Work through some anxieties. Maybe talk to other people that are in your line of work or that have accomplished the goals that you want to accomplish here, because I feel like you have a lot of skills, Taurus. You have a lot of capability to really grow and advance your career. But it feels like you've hit, at times a rock bottom, because maybe you are paying on a lot of debt, or some of you, I'm just going to put this out there, some of you, part of your karmic experience or part of your karmic path is to rebuild your wealth, possibly after some sort of loss. Okay, that could be part of a soul lesson that your soul contracted in this lifetime. But I feel like you have the potential and the infinite abundance to be very, very wealthy in this lifetime. But I know it doesn't feel that way if you are constantly paying high interest rates, or you're paying on something and it just doesn't feel like you can get ahead. Maybe that's why that Six of Pentacles is coming in here, because there is something being balanced out here in a big way. And then lastly here, I love that you have the compass. This is you moving in the right direction. And that's not, we didn't see the wheel, but this is kind of that wheel spinning and saying you are moving in that right direction. Follow your true north, right? Because that internal navigational system that we have, right, which is our soul's compass, is leading you forward. And that's why you've been really contemplating and making some big life decisions when it comes to your career path. So starting off here, Taurus, you do have the Six of Cups. And as we mentioned, the Six of Cups is unexpected resources. It could be a gift. It could be a new job opportunity. It could be an inheritance. It could be a financial assistance or some sort of charitable contribution, whether you are the sender or you are the receiver. But one or the other has occurred in the past. So this can be good karma as well. I feel like you have dedicated your time, your energy, your effort, and possibly your money towards helping others or towards helping organizations or businesses. And I really feel like you are on the receiving end this time, where you are the one that is getting some sort of positive news here. But there's been a lot of uncertainty because you can see the moon behind it there. And you weren't quite sure if you were going to get this or if this opportunity was going to come in. And the reason why I say that is because what's crossing it is the Ace of Coins, right? The Ace of Coins is new abundance. And you missed out on an opportunity in the past, or you felt like you missed out. And that may be why you're doubting, is this going to happen? And I see that, yes, it's going to happen. And you have return on your investment, which is so interesting, because I think that was actually the title of Aries video as well. So if you have any Aries placements in your chart, or if you are really feeling the impact of Aries in your, in the North Node here and Libra in the South Node collectively, but some of you may actually have your personal North and South Node in Aries and Libra. If that's the case, it may have felt difficult for you, okay? Because again, Libran energy is about balance. It's about reciprocity and harmony and justice. So, excuse me, I feel like there's a new opportunity that is presented to you because again, you've struggled, you doubt or question, is this going to happen? And the answer is absolutely. So what you've built in your foundation here, Six of Swords showing up, is you need some change, right? Something has become stagnant, maybe even toxic, difficult. And the Six of Swords is saying, okay, I'm moving on. Otherwise, if I stay here too long, the sharks are swimming below the surface. And that may be that toxicity that we see showing up here is the sharks. Now, the sharks can be other people, right? Other people in your environment. It can be other people that tend to project and you happen to take on that energy, which is never fun, right? There's lessons around that separately as well. But for a lot of you, this can be mental. You're moving on to calmer waters mentally because fives, right? Five of Swords, which we actually see in the environment here. I feel like you've learned when to fight for something that you believe in, but you also know when to walk away because it's not worth it. So either to cut losses or to continue fighting for something. But typically when the Five of Swords shows up, it's not a win-win for either person. And a lot of times you just move on. And that's something you've had to learn the hard way here, Taurus, in your foundation. But the good news is you've learned this. So when it shows back up in your life, you don't have to relearn that lesson. And I feel like that's something you are recognizing right here, right now. That you know when you need change, you know when something has become too stagnant or difficult, and I feel like you are making change. Now, in the past here, you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, when it's in the upright here, it's a really beautiful card of celebration and togetherness. Again, more military we see coming in. So if you are the one that comes from a military background, maybe your spouse is military or you live near a base, a major base. Some of you, I'm getting grandfather was in military as well, or some of you get your strong leadership abilities from an ancestor, okay? This is definitely rebuilding a structure or some sort of foundation. Because Four of Wands, it can be hitting a milestone, but plans didn't go as expected, so you kind of had to course correct. You've had to pivot a little bit. But I feel like the course of your direction happened the way that it was supposed to. So a lot of times when we think course correction, we think, well, we must have been off path, but we weren't off path. Excuse me. It was part of the divine plan all along, right? So there was a situation that maybe threw you for a loop, but I see here that you're coming out of that because the Nine of Swords is a completion, right? And that's what's showing up for you is some sort of ending or completion to restlessness, to anxiety, to fears, to obsessiveness, because this is also sword energy. You may have been reliving some past trauma, but I feel like you're moving through that here. You're moving again towards calmer waters. You've accepted a situation or you've realized that you've learned from the past, and nines are about accomplishment as well. You've accomplished, you know, the whole cycle all the way from the ace all the way to the nine here. So this is about you maybe taking a little bit of time for yourself because this can be solo or independent energy. Some of you need to take a little bit of a break, a vacation, a trip that could be coming up for you just to decompress or to focus on, you know, moving forward and your next steps. But you're definitely ending a cycle of anxiety for those of you that have felt stressed out about a situation. I feel like you've been, if you've been walking on eggshells here, or if you've been worried about, you know, is this choice or option, or is this going to happen? I feel like you're going to see that it manifests here within the next, like I said, 4 to 8 weeks. Because look at that, in your near future position, it could be 4 weeks for some of you as well with the swords is 4 weeks. This is earning rest. You've earned rest here. And this is quite beautiful because I will kind of skip ahead here, but your outcome position is the Three of Swords in reverse. So you are letting go of something that has been difficult Taurus, whatever this is, maybe unemployment, job loss, stressors around family or financial. Even though this is a career reading, we know that everything is intertwined. The way that we make money affects our home life, and what's going on at home affects our career. So everything is intermingled here. And I do see that some of you, maybe even in the month of April, or again, 4 weeks out from whenever you're watching this video, there could be some downtime for you. And that could finally be an end to some sort of heartache or disappointment or challenging struggles, especially mentally, because we're seeing a lot of swords here. 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords here, and then also the 4. But this is near future. So you're going to come to a place where it's like light at the end of the tunnel. It's like when it rains for 5 days straight and you just want the sun to kind of burst out from the clouds. This is that sun bursting out from the clouds after just getting hit with a lot of rain. But the good news is sometimes we need that rain, right? We need it to come wash and, feed the plant life, and everything is greener afterwards. So even though it caused you to kind of go inward and maybe hermit and reflect, and some of you may even chew your fingernails. They're giving me like anxiety chewing fingernails as well. So I feel like there's light here at the end of the tunnel. Okay, what do we have for your energy? King of Swords. This is strong Aquarian energy, okay? Gemini, Libra as well. It's air. And here's another sword. I didn't even see that here as we were talking about the swords. So a lot of mental thinking going on here in your world. A lot of analyzing, strategizing, a lot of thinking it through. What are the next steps? So you are in a position here of justice and balance. I mean, look at her. She has the sword ready to kind of cut anything out that distracts her from her goals. And there's the balance scales here, those Libran scales that bring in some sort of justice, and they are balanced. You don't see here one of the scales kind of tipped, and that's kind of what we see as well on the 6 of Coins is reciprocity, is something coming into balance after feeling injustice or, a tip to that scale at some point or another. Ethics over emotions. And I don't see a lot of emotion in this reading. I don't even see 1 cup. So that's important to recognize here as well. It's important to not shut the heart down. Actually, even with the 3 of Swords, that could be you kind of opening back up to life, back up to believing, back up to having that self-love, that compassion. So when we don't see a suit, I feel like we need a little bit more of that cup energy. And wait, nope. Okay, that's the 6 of Cups. Yeah, we don't see a cup here. So it's important to keep your heart open in order to navigate, right? We need the heart, we need the head. Those are our tools here on earth to help us navigate. We don't want to overanalyze every single thing here, and we don't want to just use our head, right? It's great to learn from the experiences that we've gone through as well, but we need to stay open to our, our passions and our goals and our feelings around situations. But some of you may have become very over emotional in the past, Taurus, and maybe that is why you've shut down, because you've had heartache and you thought, okay, the only way to get through this is to just set my feelings aside and move on forward. That's understandable, but I see you opening back up. Now, in your environment, 5 of Swords, you're going to win here is kind of what I get. You're going to win the war. So, that phrase, I lost the battle, but I've won the war. Sometimes it's the opposite, like I've won the battle, but I'll lose the war. I feel like you're going to win here towards your goal. So even if it feels like there's been some battles in your life with the 5 of Swords, I feel like there will be some sort of negotiation, compromise, or a win overall versus maybe some sort of loss that you had along the way. Yeah, because there was someone that you were dealing with that may have just been ruthless. Look at this guy. I mean, he's full on armor. He has, looks like blood, sweat, and tears kind of going in all direction. He has his 4 swords on his back and one of them's ready to charge. His mouth is open. He's going to war. And I feel like some of you dealt with some people like that, but you're kind of coming out of that because like I said, you've learned that lesson, and that's why you have some big change coming in here. The hopes and fears, endings bringing in new beginnings, and that is a hope that will manifest into reality because we see the Ace of Pentacles showing up here. 10 of Wands is carrying a lot of heavy burdens, okay? Heavy burdens when it comes to your finances, your money, worrying about others, worrying about, you know, how you'll be able to pay bills or to retire or to whatever it may be, okay? This is about you not allowing it to go too far, not allowing yourself to maybe go down the rabbit hole or to stay in a point of maybe rock bottom. This is about you releasing the burdens by accepting something that's happened in the past, learning the lesson and moving forward. And again, Wheel of Fortune, you are moving in the right direction. Spirit wants you to know that. So I am getting, for those of you who have struggled with your career or with your finances, if that has been the case, there's going to be a turn of events here. There's going to be an ending. You're putting down those boulders, and man, that guy's been through a lot. You can see that those boulders look quite heavy, but not only is he carrying them, he's actually walking on a tightrope. That looks darn near impossible. So there's a situation that it may feel or it may have been impossible for you to keep going, and that's why you had all this anxiety in the past. That's why there was, you know, some sort of disappointment. But your outcome energy is the Three of Swords in reverse, which means there's healing here. There's rejection was protection. You hear that all the time, but this is recovering from a sense of difficulty, a sense of loss, or a sense of, you know, just disappointment. And I like this showing up in reverse because it's about no longer sitting in that energy, but moving on from it. And you have the Four of Swords to prove that here, showing up in your near future. So let's take a look and get a message here, Taurus, from the wisdom of the Oracle and see what is showing up for you. Whoa, okay, that one came in real quickly. Between worlds, that makes complete sense with what we see. You haven't quite closed up this chapter yet, but it is coming in here. And look at that. You actually have the storm. And what did we say? When it rains and rains and rains for 5 days straight, and then the sun comes out, you can see that this flamingo has gone through a little bit of a rocky situation. It's also card 3. Some of you, 3 could be significant. It could be your personal year number. It could be a life path number as well. The 3 in tarot is the Empress energy, which is all about abundance and growth. So I feel like you will come out on top of the situation. Like I said here, you have the opportunity to really generate a lot of wealth in this lifetime. So this is about transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. It may feel like temporary blindness for you at times, Taurus. It's no man's land. And the prosperity message for you is this. In your work, sometimes you try things that have worked for others, hoping that you too will be successful. When this symbol appears, it reminds you that sometimes the path to your prosperity is a gamble. Win or lose, you can learn much from what comes of your wager. It's a good time to bet on your skills and talents in new and different arenas. Remain curious, and with the right combination of timing and luck, hello, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is the timing and luck. It says, with the right combination of timing and luck, you will stumble upon something golden. Oh my gosh, you can't make that up. Look at, you have the gold bar, right? That's the coming in for you. You will stumble, and it may feel like a stumble sometimes because you see a lot of these 3s and a lot of the 4s showing up here, or, you know, new beginnings. You're going to stumble into something golden. And this is quite beautiful because it says, it'll be unlike anything that you've ever known before. Okay, but be mindful of expectations. Okay, be mindful. This is not the time for guarantees. It says this is a time where maybe things don't go as you planned or dictated, which we saw in the Four of Wands here. Things didn't go as planned. They may not feel like they're going as planned, but it's because you are being directed to take a wager, move in a new direction. You will stumble across something golden, as it says here. Let go and see what Spirit has in store. What takes hold in your life will be better than you could have ever imagined. Oh, I love the synchronicity here, Taurus. So this is beautiful. Yeah, you're still between no man's land. We see that with what's coming in here, but there's definitely an ending bringing in a new beginning. All right, let's take a look here and get a message from your spirit animals. And at this time, Taurus, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big inhale. Hold it for as long as you can. And release through the mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, please tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animal is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's visited through your dreams, or maybe even crossed your path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Taurus. And if you have more than one animal, that's all right as well. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of each month and I post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss that opportunity. All right. We have Elephant. Elephant is very powerful, and right away I'm hearing Ganesh. And for those of you that are familiar with Ganesha or Ganesh, she's the remover of obstacles. So some of you may even work with the energy of Ganesh. Maybe you have on your altar or in your home Ganesh as well. But right away here you have learn from the past, right? Yeah, learn from the past so you don't have to repeat things. A lot of you have learned very, very valuable lessons. You have learned a lot. You know what you want, what you don't want, and you're ready to take a risk, ready to take a gamble. And even though you have been thinking something through, I feel with the gold bar here showing up, it is going to be making that choice in your career that is going to lead you to the gold bar. Some of you may be born on the 25th, the 20th. You may be 36, 67, 52, or 55. You have Dolphin. This and that are true. It's also card 20. And this is judgment energy here. So it is about letting go of regrets. It's about, karma as well. It can be changing your life for the better, but you've had to go through a major spiritual awakening here. And what is true for you, right? What's true for others isn't true for yourself. That could be their journey, their path. And this is saying follow your own intuitive navigational system, right? I also see here with the Dolphin, there's a lot of seriousness in thought in your reading with all the swords. It's important to open up and have fun. Splash, right? Splash and have fun in that rain that we see has come down. And it's important to not take things as serious. And I know sometimes if you're going through some ups and downs, it can be difficult to see beyond. But Spirit is saying here, have fun and play, just like dolphins do. You have the koi fish. There is always enough. And this is important because some of you may have a belief, or you may feel like you are caught up in that scarcity or poverty conscious mindset of there's not enough, I'm always broke, or, there's not enough jobs out there, there's not enough food, or whatever it may be here. Koi fish is all about longevity, about prosperity and abundance. Okay. It could be significant. Some of you may even be seeing a koi fish pond. Okay, it could be because they're showing me like the penny flipping up into a pond. I don't know how healthy or safe that is for them, but they are showing me, you know, like flipping a penny. And I feel like it's landing on heads here. So there is enough, and you're going to see proof of that coming in here sooner rather than later. You have wolf spirit. Yeah, some of you felt like a lone wolf in this case. I mean, typically wolves run in packs, but sometimes you get, you know, pulled away from your pack. And I feel for some of you, you were that lone wolf. But because we have the ring at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you're coming into some sort of partnership or union that is going to help you grow. This says turn knowledge into wisdom. That's why you have the elephant, learning from the past, because when you truly learn a lesson, that's when you turn it into wisdom, because you've gained the knowledge, you've went through the experience. And that's what wolf is saying here for you. Wolf could be significant as well. You may see a wolf in the great outdoors. For others of you, wolf could be your spirit animal or totem. Some of you may want to look into the symbology of wolf a little bit more. I feel like if you want to go digging and this reading is resonating with you, look into wolf. You have the scarab beetle. Magic works through you, right? Magic works through you. And you are magical, and you're seeing that you are able to manifest, that you're constantly manifesting your reality just by your choices alone and your thoughts alone. But remember to keep that heart open as well. And last but not least, you have the snake spirit. Someone's shedding an old skin. It says it's time to heal, which you are. It's time for financial recovery. It's time for you to heal from the past. I feel like this snake or this serpent is a very good omen for you. Now, fives represent change. They represent, you know, obstacles and challenges that you've gone through. And maybe that's why we see the, you know, elephant showing up. Isn't there a story about an elephant and a snake? Okay, maybe that's an elephant and a mouse, but I feel like there's something with elephant and snake. But I feel you are moving out of the obstacle phase. 5 and 5, when you break that down, it equals 1. And 1 is about a new beginning here. And we see that showing up with the Ace of Coins. New abundance is in your energy. Even if it feels like it's still a little ways away, it will come in sooner rather than later for you. That's a new job. That's a new opportunity, new abundance, an inheritance, a new, you know, location, a new car, new home, something here that has to do with your money in the physical and tangible realm. All right. And last but not least here, let's take a look at your soul's truth. What is your soul trying to get your attention or want you to know at this time, and action steps that you can take to move forward with more ease and with less anxiety on your journey. What do we have, please, for Taurus? All right, Taurus. What can you do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? There's the 9, right? He's up in his bed, contemplating, tossing and turning, thinking about world events or thinking about what's you know, happening that's difficult. How can he make a difference? What can he do in his own life to make a difference? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more, right? That's that King of Swords. King of Swords is all about, you know, bringing balance to situations that are imbalanced. Right? This is all about you creating purpose out of pain. Where can you create purpose out of a situation that has been difficult or challenging to your career, to your finances, to your mental health? Today's soul action, make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. Okay, all of it. And that's so important. We get caught up thinking it has to be some big major deed, but it doesn't. Because all of that adds up here. And I feel like you make a difference. And it's time for you to start believing that as well. And that is also the law of, you know, cause and effect, the law of karma, the law of reciprocity. So you're going to see here that there is a second chance available. Really heed the advice of this Between the Worlds card as well. You're walking out of a situation that's been a little bit challenging. Even though 2024, there's going to be a lot of upheaval. There's going to be a lot of, you know, ups and downs. That's not a surprise, right? But I feel like you are being guided to follow your true north. You are moving in the right direction. So whatever choices that you've been weighing up, right, you're going to be hitting a gold mine. Okay, I really feel like you're hitting the gold mine here, whatever that may be. Big or little, right? It does not matter. The gold mine could be something little for someone else, but huge for you. So a gold mine is powerful and you're stumbling into it here. And I feel like it's, you know, it may feel like a stumble because you're recovering yet, and it may show up as a surprise. Stay tuned. Check out your April reading when it comes out. I know that's a little bit further out there, but it wouldn't surprise me to definitely see that Wheel of Fortune, because your fortune is changing here and for the better. That is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope it resonates. I'm sending all of you love and support. Know that you are making a difference with your skills, your talents, your gifts, and you're going to see that you will be paid back here, right? There's goodness coming back to you. Thank you so much, Taurus. If you like this reading, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, post your power animals in the comment section below. Thank you so very much. Lots of love.